Hey guys! Oh, well that's what I get for sounding like an idiot. Hey y'all! So today I'm sorry that like my desk back behind me is a mess, but like I don't know what else to say for myself besides I'm a dirty bitch. But today I will be doing an in-depth cheek routine. Contour, bronzer, the whole 9 yards. The last tutorial I posted, like my face wasn't really like in the front, so now I'm trying to like fix that. But yeah, so I went ahead and did my like foundation and my eye makeup a little bit, but I don't have any cheek products on. Look at how weird I look, right? I fucking know. I didn't really realize it until I decided like that I was gonna film this video like 5 minutes ago, but I really feel like contour and bronzing and blush and highlight and that part of the makeup process is definitely my favorite because I think it can be the most transformative, I believe. And I have a very specific way of doing it. Like I just have always like wanted to, you know, change the angles of my face. So to start out, I have only powdered underneath my eyes and a little bit in my T-zone. And the reason being is because I usually start with cream products. For a while, I've only been doing cream blush and cream highlight, but recently I started in with the cream contour as well. It's summertime. It's always fun to like get a little cream contour action going on. So the one that I use to warm up my face is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast. What I do with this is I start out, I try and use it really sparingly because I think that this really is like the only thing that can get a little bit like, bitch, chill. As you can see, my face and my chest is like not the same color at all, but that's okay, we're gonna fix it. So this is what I do. I start out by feeling where my cheekbone is. I make the fishy face and go right underneath my cheekbone. And I just do the smallest little line. And then I do the same thing on this side. Now what I will say is I feel like my face is not symmetrical. This side is like a higher cheekbone than this side. I'm not sure why. I must have gotten like hit in the face with a soccer ball or something when I was younger, but like this is my bad side. I'll either use a small beauty blender or this Real Techniques contouring brush. Just start to like dab it around and I'm always brushing upwards. And whenever I'm depositing any sort of bronzer or contour on my face, I always try to start by putting it on the outermost part of my face and then working it inwards as the product gets blended out, because it can really easily start to look muddy or like your face is just kind of dirty. Instead of going straight into my face, I'm working a little bit more upwards because the whole point of contouring is to lift the cheekbones, you know? You don't want to like suck your face in, you want to like look snatched. And if at any point during this cream, like it can get a little funky. Like I don't do this every day, but usually like if I'm going out, I'll do it. I won't do the cream contour on my like daily everyday makeup routine, which like I don't really have one because you wake up looking different every day. You got different problems with your face. If I ever happen to fuck up blending up my cream contour, I'll just take a beauty blender because I always use one to put my makeup on and just dab over top of it, make it less noticeable, which is why I prefer working with cream products versus powder. I feel like it's easier to fix while still not looking super cakey. So yes, that's my cream contour. Then I go in with a cream highlighter. I always do bronzer, highlighter, and then blush. For some reason, I feel like putting your blush on like last kind of makes you look like you're glowing from within, like a little bit more natural, but it's not natural. We know that. We know this, okay? It's okay to not be natural. It's fine. For cream highlight, I have the Glossier Haloscope. I know I use a lot of Glossier like in my videos, but I just genuinely enjoy the products. Another really good cream highlighter, if you're like not super gung-ho about Glossier, is a Benefit What's Up cream highlighter. That's a really good one. It's more goldy than this, which is more of like a pinky undertone. But yeah, so I'll take it on 2 fingers. I don't know why I do 2, I just do. And then I'll kind of like lift up the apples of my cheeks to figure out where the very, very top of my cheekbone is. And I'll start here and just blend it backwards. And I'm always doing dabbing motions because I'm sure everybody knows, but like when you rub after you already have your foundation on, it's gonna take a little bit of that off. And then I'll, you know, just dab the rest of it on my forehead, Cupid's bow, a little bit down my nose, not a lot, because I think that can make your nose look bigger. And it's already pretty large and in charge on my face, but that's okay. So after cream highlighter, I'll go in with Glossier Cloud Paint Cream Blush. My go-to shade for like every day, sorry my nails are messed up, is Beam, which is this very nice coral shade. It just looks best with my skin tone because I have a little bit warmer of undertones in my skin, so when I wear like more pinky undertones, it looks a bit funny. I'll still do it, but I have to, like, you know, do it. When I'm applying my blush products, I always look at the apples of my cheeks and I'll go from half of that outward first, and then once I have less product to blend out, I'll bring it further like into the center of my face. See, like this side, look at this side of my face right now. Weird, right? Oh my god, it's so hot in here, and I turned off my air conditioning just so it wouldn't be loud. I don't know what's going on there, but just don't worry about it. It doesn't look that bad. So those are my cream products that I use. Now, a very crucial step for me personally after doing this, I know it's gonna be a little bit redundant, is to set the sides of my face with some sort of powder. I usually use the Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. Mine is in the shade 10, so it does have color to it. It seems redundant, but it's not really, because even though you're like setting on top of the stuff that you already put down, it's not gonna completely cover it up. This is loose powder, it's not full coverage foundation. The reason that I do set my face is so when I put powder products on top of it, the brush is gonna slide very nicely on my cheeks versus putting it over top of like a wet base. It's maybe not gonna blend as nicely. So I always top off the excess and just do like a dab here, a dab here. And so that is going to, again, allow the powder products that I put on top to blend better than if I were to just put them straight on top of a cream product. So next, I go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is like my favorite bronzer ever. I don't care. So many other people are hype about it, but me too, bitch, okay? So I always, when I'm doing my cheek products, I'll tap off all of the excess, because especially for powder products, it's always easier to add more if you need to than it is to take it off. Because when you want to take off a powder product or maybe cover it up, you need to put more powder on top, which in turn is going to make your face look maybe more cakey than it needs to be had you just tapped off the excess. Okay? So when I do my bronzer, I've talked about this in other videos, but when I do my bronzer, I try to, this is like gonna be a common theme with like my bronzer situation. When I'm initially depositing the product, I do it on the outermost edge of my face versus, you know, going whoosh, 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 whoosh. I always just try and keep it here because that's really where I need to slim down. My face is wide, so that's why I do that. If your face isn't wide, it's not gonna work this way. Share your bronzing routine down below. Initially, I start by putting it on the backs of my cheeks and blending it upwards into my temples and then all across my forehead. It might seem like a very snooky thing to do, but like bronzer for me goes all over my face, like down here and on my nose and on the center of my forehead. Especially in the summertime, I think it's safe to bronze your entire face. The important thing to remember though, when you're putting these products like bronzer all over your face, is make sure you're initially putting the color onto the places that you want to be more bronzed than other places. So it's not like I'm gonna dip my brush into my bronzer and then just go straight across the center of my forehead, because that's not really gonna look normal. And then I go underneath my chin and on the very corner of my jawline. I have a very square face and a jaw especially. It's very sharp. So I always try and like combat that by focusing on this part. And it just creates a nice shadow that softens up my jaw so I don't look like so much of a man. As you can see, I'm putting the bronzer everywhere, but do I look like Snooki? Maybe, but I don't think I do. I think I look great. And you know what? Snooki looks great too, okay? Don't shade her. Someone tell me to shut up. Another reason that I do bronze all over my face is because, like I said, my foundation is a lot lighter than my chest, and your girl doesn't have money to go buy a new foundation when she's gonna get pale in like 2 weeks. I don't have time for that, and I don't have the money for that, okay? I do not have the funds. By the way, I'm always looking in the viewfinder. I'm so sorry that I don't know how to make eye contact with people. I've said this before, I don't believe in an everyday makeup routine. Like, I do not believe in doing the same thing to your face every single day with the same products and the same routine and the same amount of products, because I'll wake up and one, a bitch doesn't feel like doing a full face of makeup all the time, and two, like, sometimes I don't feel like I need all that. Like, I don't feel like I need to do a cream contour every day. I think that's extra. Like, nobody needs to do that. Well, at least I don't. If you like it, more power to you. If you have the time, girl, please teach me your ways, because I fucking don't. Or boy, please teach me your ways. And then I just always take the bronzer down my neck, because that's just what I've learned from YouTube. Thank you.
Bronze your neck, lady.
Don't even like acknowledge this side of my face. See, this is why I do a camera angle. This is why you don't see this side. It looks weird, right? And it's always been that way. Product on literally the right side of my face always applies in a very like, product on the right side of my face always applies in such a patchy way. Does anybody else experience that? Okay, so we did bronzer. Now, again, not an everyday thing, but this is like for when I want to wear a full face of makeup, or if I'm gonna go out at night, I go in with a contour shade. The one that I've been using is the Wet n Wild Megaglow contour palette in Dulce de Leche, and I dip my brush in. Again, tap off the excess. It is easy to put more on. It is hard to not look like you have an orange streak going down the side of your cheek. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, people. Really just trying to keep the brush only on the very, very, very outsides of my face. This is like more strict when it comes to contouring, even though I don't really contour. When I say contour, I'm thinking more of like a darker bronzer. I have PTSD with that gray ass fucking shade of contour that everyone used in like 2014. That was bad. Probably like 2016, but that regardless was terrible. If it works for you, more power to you guys. So I deposited my contour shade. Now I go back in with the brush that I used for bronzer. No additional product, but I just blend upwards in brush up motions, circular motions, whatever floats my boat at the time, whatever tickles my fancy. And then I'll take this brush again with no additional product and just do my jawline. It is so hot in here. Okay, we're almost done. Next I do highlighter. I've been using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Opal. I just take a dip. The worst looking thing is a muddy highlighter. Makes me feel really bad about myself. I take it on the very, very apples of my cheek and then blend backwards. Next, I use a blush. All these products that I use are such like beauty guru fucking products that I've learned from people that literally taught me how to beat the fuck out of my face. I don't really wear my makeup like that anymore, but thanks for trying. I just got really frustrated when like I didn't have a symmetrical face, and then I was watching people like Jaclyn Hill put on highlighter and contour and try and do the exact same angles as her, and then I'd be like,
fuck, this looks terrible.
I've had to teach myself, as we all have. This is the Milani Baked Powder Blush in the shade Luminoso. I love this. I've loved it for a long time. And I just put it on the apples of my cheeks and blend back toward my ears. And then when there's a little less product on my brush, I'll put it on my nose and then on my forehead. And for me, I just think that unifies the entire situation going on. And then I just go over this part because usually it looks a little crazy to me. So I just go in with a powder brush, but no extra powder, and I go over the top of it. But yeah, that is it for my cheek routine. Start to finish, that took me 30 minutes. I can do it a little faster than that. But yes, let me know if you like this video and if you want to see more in-depth routines about parts of my makeup. Really, I don't know a lot about anything. I just do what works for me, and that's what you should do too. But we take tips and we take tricks from each other. I for sure do. So leave a comment below what your favorite blush, bronzer, highlighter, what have you. What are your favorites? Let me know. I'd love to know. I want to try some new stuff. I need a new fucking powder highlighter. Please let me know. Also, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll catch you bitches later. Goodbye.